Hi everyone, Rene Bastarache here with the American School of Hypnosis. You know, someone asked me recently, what is the one most important thing to understand or to know about conducting instant hypnosis inductions? That's what I'm going to tell you in just a moment. So let's talk about instant and even rapid inductions for a moment. What is an instant induction or a rapid induction? Well, an instant induction is a way of helping someone to go deeper into hypnosis or to relax more, deeper into, I guess you could say, suggestibility, rather than going through a deepener and testing them, then another deepener. An instant induction is something you can do right on the spot that will hopefully take them from here to here, okay, in relaxation. Now, sometimes an instant induction will take someone, off the charts. Sometimes it'll make them just a little bit more relaxed or more open to hypnosis. And sometimes it'll do just the opposite, and they'll open their eyes and say, "What the heck was that?" So I'm not here today to tell you how to do instant inductions. I'm here to give you what I feel is the most important ingredient about them to help them to be successful. Well, one of the most important things is once you've done your instant induction, you need to keep talking. That's where most people fail. They do the instant induction. They, as a hypnotherapist, might be so shocked that it worked or it worked so well that they're and they just stare and look. And while they're doing that, what happens? The client opens his eyes and looks at them. Here's what happens. When you have your eyes closed and someone does an instant induction, for instance, you have your arms out like this and they push on your hand and they say, "Sleep," like that. Their eyes are closed, and when you go, "Sleep," they're like, "Whoa, what was that?" in their mind. You shock them. And that's what you're doing, is you're shocking their system or surprising them to the point where they're off guard, they're off balance, and that's what you're going for. However, before you did that, as you were speaking to them with their eyes closed, getting them ready up to this point, you were their landline. You were their guide. They were listening to your voice. They were comfortable with you. All of a sudden you went sleep and they were like this. They need that landline because they're scared now. They're wondering what the heck. And if you keep on talking to them, everything's fine, everything's okay. They're going to allow themselves to go deeper, which they did, because instant inductions work on everyone, but anyone can resist it afterwards, and most will if you don't keep on talking. First time I ever tried this, I was doing a comedy hypnosis show at a theme park up here in Maine called Funtown Splashtown, USA. I was up on a stage. I probably had 200 people in the audience, and I started doing I did a brief induction, and I was going to do a deepener. I said, "Nope, I'm going to do an instant induction." So I had all the people lined up. I think I had like 12 people on stage, and I had them put their hands out like this, and I had them lock them together, and I said, "As soon as I come by and touch your hands are going to drop by your side and separate, and you're going to go into a deep state of relaxation." So I started on one end, and I went like this above their hands when they were like that, and I went, "Sleep, sleep, 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 sleep," from one to the other. And every time I did it, you'd see their heads go boom, boom, boom. And it was amazing. I got to the other end of the line, and I looked at them, and they were all just like that, like they were in some kind of deep trance or something. I was so amazed. I was like, okay, I was shocked. So was the audience. The first time they'd see me do this, because I was doing comedy hypnosis on stage quite a while before, but with deepeners. So anyways, I was kind of in shock, and one by one, they just opened their eyes and looked at me. And, oh no, so I told them to close their eyes and did a deepener and went on with the show. Later on that night, I called someone who was very, at the time, into doing instant inductions, and I asked him, "What happened?" He goes, "After you said the command sleep and did the instant induction, what did you do?" I said, "Well, I just stood there and looked at her for a few seconds because I was in shock." He goes, "They were missing your voice. They were nervous. They lost their landline, and they were looking to see if everything was okay. If I had continued talking, they would have stayed there, and I could have continued with my show, and it would have been awesome." So what do you need to say? anything you want. I don't care if you're telling them your grocery list, what you're going to put in the laundry today. You can say anything, but I usually say something to the audience like, as you can see, they're all in deep hypnosis. They're doing a wonderful job. Let's give them a round of applause. They can hear everything we're saying. They're just standing there with their eyes closed, feeling relaxed. That helps them to understand that that's all it is. You're standing there with your eyes closed, feeling relaxed, and they go, yeah, I can open my eyes, but they just don't want to. So they feel comfortable and they go on with the show. But meanwhile, I took them from a very light state of hypnosis to a state that was just about deep enough to be able to do a medical procedure on them. Because in a comedy hypnosis show, you get them all the way to level 6 on the Aaron's depth scale, which is anesthesia. And of course, that's where they're deep enough to do what we call negative hallucinations. That's why I could tell them, open your eyes, and everyone in the audience is gone. They open their eyes and, how am I going to get home? My ride was over there. Why didn't you wake me up? Kind of funny to see. But besides the comedy, there's a real clinical aspect to comedy hypnosis, and that is you can take them to all these levels that we speak about for medical, for dental, for all these different things we do in clinical hypnosis, but you take them there a lot quicker. And that's the beauty of an instant induction. So the key is to make sure you keep talking once you've done the instant induction. It's going to be shocking. You're going to want to just look at them and take it in, but they're going to open their eyes and look right at you. So basically comfort them that what they're doing is fine, keep on talking, and go on to whatever it is you're doing. You can do a depth test if you like to see how much deeper they are, but you really don't have to. In most cases, they're going to be a lot deeper than they were. Now, do I do instant inductions with clinical sessions? Very rarely, because most people would be scared of it. Most people in a clinical session would say, what are you doing, comedy with me or something? The only time I do it is if it's a client I've had coming time after time after time, and I need more time with them in session for either suggestions or for discussing things, if it's forensics or something like that. And if I have to take them there quicker, I tell them during the session there's going to be something I'm going to do. I'm going to have you put your hands out, and you're going to feel a little shocked. Nothing that's going to hurt you, okay? But it's going to help you to relax a lot deeper. Is that all right? They'll go, sure. In other words, I always ask permission before I do it. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I hope that helps those of you that are doing instant inductions. And before you go, I want to let you know that right now it is November 12th. And on the 29th is Black Friday. And we are going to have some huge sales on Black Friday. I'm having a hard time saying Black Friday. Okay, on Black Friday, we're going to have some of our biggest sales of the year. So get ready. It's going to be a one-day sale. You're not going to find out what it is until we get right there, or at least pretty close to it. So keep that in mind. If you've been thinking of buying courses or buying manuals or buying scripts or anything else, Black Friday is going to be the one day you're going to want to do it. So with that, be sure to share this video with your friends, especially anybody who's interested in instant inductions. And don't forget to subscribe. It's right down there, right below the video. Click on that so that way you'll know when I come on next. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye-bye.